Today, July 19th, something extraordinary is happening in the spiritual realm. The heavens, which may have seemed quiet for so long, are now alive with movement. The winds of eternity, those unseen forces that guide the course of our lives, have shifted their direction. They are blowing in your favor, carrying with them a message of hope, restoration, and divine justice. Archangel Michael, a mighty warrior of heaven, steps forward with a presence that commands attention. You've begged for clarity, for proof that your life was not meant to be an endless cycle of loss, betrayal, and confusion. You've tried to hold on to hope when nothing seemed to make sense. God is pulling back the curtain on a truth that has been hidden from you. There is a woman who has been operating in the shadows of your life. While you were silent, he was preparing. While you were hurting, he was sharpening his sword. No one can hide from heaven, not even those who pretend to be angels themselves. The woman who tried to delay your destiny, to deny your purpose, to destroy your confidence, her time of deception is over. Archangel Michael stands before you, holding divine documents in his hand. Your purpose is too significant to be delayed any longer. Your name has been spoken in the throne room of God, echoing through the halls of heaven with reverence. Angels have carried it, and now it is being written in new places and contracts, on scrolls, in financial systems, and in the hearts of those who will honor you. The good news coming to you is multifaceted. For some, it will manifest as a financial breakthrough, a sudden influx of resources that changes everything. For others, it may be a relationship restored, a new opportunity, or an unexpected encounter that brings healing and restoration. But for everyone, this good news will confirm one truth. Your waiting was not in vain. Your pain was not wasted. That is not anxiety, it is confirmation. You are not imagining things or overreacting. You are awakening. Something sacred is shifting within you. If tears come, let them fall. They are not tears of sadness, but of release. Your spirit has been carrying the weight of lies and betrayal, but now it is breathing freely again. This is what freedom feels like, sometimes quiet, sometimes overwhelming, but always sacred. It is the moment you realize you survived, that your faith was not in vain, that your anointing was never in question. You were simply surrounded by those who feared your light. Clarity will pierce through the confusion that once clouded your mind. Patterns of pain will break, and cycles of struggle will end. This is God speaking. This is your answer. You were not overlooked. You were protected. You were not denied. You were preserved. Heaven is opening a floodgate of blessings so great that you won't be able to explain them. Heaven is celebrating your spirit, and no one can talk you out of what's coming. This is your moment, your miracle, your sign. It begins now, and it is unstoppable. Don't try to justify why you're about to be blessed, just receive it. The blessings coming to you were never just for you. They were meant to free others through your life. She didn't just want to stop your breakthrough. She wanted to hijack your influence, your legacy, your divine assignment. But God stopped her just in time. You will see how close you were to disaster, how deep the trap truly was, and how powerfully you were protected. You will worship, not just for what you receive, but for what never touched you. The betrayals that were blocked, the curses that were reversed, the storms that never reached your door. God's no was your rescue, His covering, His love. This message came with power because it had to. It was not just a warning, it was a rescue plan. The storm she planned will not touch you. The fallout she hoped for will return to her, and you will rise quietly, boldly, miraculously. Now, You stand at the threshold of not just a new chapter, but a new calling. Your gifts are sharpening, your discernment is intensifying, and your voice will carry a weight it never had before. The good news unfolding today is not a fleeting moment, but the start of a new season. You are stepping into a chapter where every tear is redeemed, every prayer is answered, and every dream is brought to life. And hope, I warmly invite you to like and subscribe to stay connected with more messages of divine encouragement, truth, and inspiration. Your support means the world, and it helps us continue sharing these powerful words that uplift and guide. If you feel led to go a step further, consider sending a super thanks of up to $20 to show your appreciation and help keep this channel thriving. Your generosity is a blessing, and it allows us to reach more hearts with the good news of God's love and promises. Thank you for being part of this sacred journey. You are deeply loved, and heaven is cheering you on every step of the way. The pain of the past is being transformed into a testimony of God's faithfulness. You are not just surviving, you are thriving, crowned with favor, and surrounded by divine protection. Walk boldly into this moment, for it was always yours. The heavens have spoken, and the promise is sealed. You are free, you are favored, and you are unstoppable. You were never naive, you were pure. You loved deeply, believed fully, and for a moment, the enemy tried to make you ashamed of that. But your beautiful heart is the very reason heaven chose you. Refined by fire, that heart now carries power like never before. Stand in it, praise for it, and let it overwhelm you with gratitude. Angels were shifting things in your timeline, severing connections that needed to end, blocking conversations that would have led you astray, and delaying meetings by divine design. You may have thought you were being ignored, or that things weren't moving, but in reality, you were being divinely redirected. A trap was being set to rob you of your voice, your clarity, and your inheritance. But God intervened. Your inheritance is not only safe, it is multiplying. Your obedience, even in uncertainty, has activated an overflow of blessings. You passed a test that only heaven could measure, a test of intuition, trust, and letting go before you had all the answers. The exposure of this woman is not meant to make you bitter, but to make you wiser, stronger, and clearer. You will never again doubt your discernment or settle for counterfeit light. You may feel different in your body, mind, and soul, not because of fear, but because of transformation. The hand of God is rearranging everything, making what seemed impossible effortless. This is not about your striving. It is about God's promise. A promise delayed is not a promise denied. And today, on July 19th, that promise is being delivered. The long nights of struggle did not destroy you because the dawn was always coming in now. It is here. Your eyes are open, your spirit is activated, and your name is being spoken in rooms that once shut you out. The hands that were closed against you are now trembling, wondering how you are rising. Your role is to obey, to walk away when God says to stand still when your emotions urge you to act, to trust when your eyes cannot yet see the outcome. This good news is not just a feeling, it is a divine event marked in heaven's calendar. The woman who tried to block it cannot touch it. She will see it, but not partake in it. She will realize too late that favor cannot be stolen, and anointing cannot be copied. You were chosen, and no thief can undo that choice. But your rise is not by your own strength. It is by divine vindication. You are rising because you said yes to your calling, even when it cost you everything. You are rising because God has declared that enough is enough. The cycle of betrayal, delay, and deception ends today. He is not just bringing you good news. He is bringing truth, and that truth is a sword that cuts through every lie. Today, that sword is being laid on the table, and the masks are coming off. Archangel Michael stands at the gates of your life, commanding every obstacle to flee. You are being escorted into a season that cannot be sabotaged. You are being anointed with an oil so powerful that it repels every lie spoken against you. Your favor will shine brighter than any rumor, and those who plotted against you will have no choice but to witness your elevation. This is not about revenge. It is about God's perfect justice. His justice restores what was taken, vindicates what was questioned, and heals what was broken. The woman who sowed confusion in your path will now face the consequences of her actions, while you walk away untouched, lifted, and free. She smiled at you, spoke kindly to your face, and presented herself as a friend, as someone who cared. But behind that smile was a heart filled with jealousy, bitterness, and deceit. You are being called to higher ground, a place where only truth and purpose can dwell. The blessings that were meant for you but were held in the hands of the wrong people are now being returned. Relationships you prayed for, opportunities you longed for, resources that were blocked, they are all coming back to you with divine interest, marked by God's fingerprints. You won't need to fight for them or beg for them. You won't even need to explain yourself. This is the kind of good news that proves heaven has always been watching. People who were once close to you may disappear without a word. Those who mocked your path or questioned your calling will begin to falter. You may hear things that shock you, things that stir your spirit and bring back memories you had buried. The lies that kept you bound are being exposed, burned away in the fire of divine truth. The woman who tampered with your name, who tried to steal your identity and mimic your essence, is being stripped of her power. She studied you, copied your words, and used your kindness against you. But your discernment, that uneasy feeling in your spirit when she was near, was heaven's way of warning you. Your heart was soft, and you gave her chances she didn't deserve. But that ends now. She whispered words in secret, in places you were never allowed to enter. Her actions were calculated, designed to undermine you, to make you question yourself, to make you doubt your worth and your gifts. You may have wondered why opportunities slipped through your fingers, why good things seemed to vanish just when they were within reach. You may have even blamed yourself, thinking you weren't enough, that your light wasn't bright enough, that your dreams were too big. But it was never about you. It was about her deception, her attempts to dim your light and steal what was meant for you. You've pushed yourself to stay strong, to keep believing, even when your heart felt shattered. You've extended forgiveness, even when it hurt to do so, and you've carried the pain of betrayal in silence. Every moment of your struggle, every tear you shed, every prayer you whispered none of it went unnoticed. The heavens have kept a record of it all, and today, those records are being activated. The evidence of your pain, your faithfulness, and your endurance is being transformed into something powerful: miracles, movement, and undeniable favor. His words burn like fire, his sword is drawn, and his voice carries an unshakable authority because the message he brings is of utmost importance. This is not a casual moment. This is a divine appointment, a moment where heaven itself is reaching down to speak directly to your heart. Archangel Michael declares with unwavering certainty, The good news you've been waiting for, praying for, and longing for is finally on its way. This is not a message to skim over or set aside for later. This is a call to open your heart, to pay attention, to recognize that this is your hour. God has summoned your spirit to stand at attention because divine timing is aligning in a way that cannot be undone. Right now, as these words unfold before you, the realms of light are opening wide. A blessing that has been held back not because it was denied, but because it was delayed for the perfect moment is now being released. The waiting is over. The season of delay has come to an end, and what is coming to you is nothing short of miraculous. For years, you may have carried the weight of silent tears, praying in the quiet of your heart for a breakthrough, for a sign that God was still listening. But while you were doubting, God was watching. But before you step into this new season of blessings, there is something that must be revealed. You shrank back, questioning your value, fearing your own brilliance. You will start to see changes in your life that may feel sudden or unexplained. Heaven is stepping in to protect what you didn't even realize needed protecting. Something spiritual is happening today that cannot be reversed. Your name is being pulled from the archives of delay and placed into the registers of divine acceleration. You are free from guilt, free from self-doubt, free from the false loyalty that tied you to dysfunction. You may feel a fire stirring in your spirit today. He is fighting for you. From this moment forward, you will never be the same. Emails will arrive unexpectedly. Conversations will shift in your favor. Archangel Michael is not asking you to fight this battle. Even now, angels are clearing paths for you. This message is for the one who has been fighting a hidden battle. The one who almost gave up. The one who whispered, "God, if you don't speak now, I don't know if I'll make it." Your name is being restored. Your value is being acknowledged. And your journey is being validated. In the last 3 hours, while you may have been wrestling with doubt or anxiety, heaven was moving. What this woman did wasn't just personal. It was an attack on a generational shift. You will look back on this moment and weep not with regret, but with gratitude. As the heavens align and the winds of eternity carry your breakthrough, know that this is only the beginning. If this message has touched your heart, stirred your spirit, or brought you a moment of clarity,